This is Tanks Vlog for June 8th, 2018, wrapping up today in sports. Dun 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 dun. Boom boom boom. Hail to the Capitals, you've won the Stanley Cup. You've erased all the years of frustration. Hail to the Caps, you've shut up all your critics. And you no longer are Shrinky Dinks, because the Shrinky Dinks name has moved up north. Worn in pride by the Toronto Raptors, the Washington Capitals now can say that they are truly keepers of the cup. Alex Ovechkin has slayed all the ghosts. He's got the monkey off his back forever. The Washington Capitals have taken Lord Stanley all over the world and to Washington, where they will raise a great big banner. Memories that they've beat all the ghosts. Climbed over every mountain they've had to, and now they don't have to live with the ghost. Yes, that's right. The impossible has happened. The Washington Capitals, the team that invented choking in the playoffs, have won the Stanley Cup. This is a team that has blown 3-1 leads 5 times. So, going into Game 5, they did not want to take anything for granted. That scoreless first period and a wild second period. Capital scored, Vegas answers. Capital scores, Vegas answers. Vegas takes a 3-2 lead into the third period. Third period went back to settling down. But midway through, TJ Oshie kept that puck in the zone. And it somehow got to the front of the net, where Devontae Smith-Pelly cashed in the tying goal. Now, throughout these finals, Marc-Andre was not the same goalie. I truly think that 8-day layoff between the conference finals and the Stanley Cup final really hurt him more than anybody else. So the game was tied. A couple minutes later, Lars Eller gets the game winner. And the Capitals just played terrific defense the rest of the way. When the Knights pulled the goalie, they couldn't get the offense going. They couldn't get the puck to the net. Capitals just did a good job sending the puck down the ice. They took the icings. And there we go. So Lord Stanley is coming to Washington. And Alex Ovechkin, I tell you, you saw it when they beat the Penguins. You saw that look of relief. You saw it right there. You knew something special could be happening. And then Game 7 against the Lightning, the missed goal, open net. This was a team of destiny. I felt that from a long time. That somehow everything just clicked at the right moment for the Capitals, and that's how you win the Stanley Cup. Everything just clicking at the right time. They were better last year. They had a better team last year. There's no Marcus Johansson on this team. They had a more talented team the last 2 years, winning the President's Trophy. And this year, lower expectations. Kind of ordinary regular season. Braden Holtby struggled at times. Lost his starting job to Philip Grauber, who actually started the first 2 games of the playoffs and lost to the Blue Jackets, mind you, and had to overcome that. I mean, this team doesn't overcome 0-2 deficits. They did in the first round. This team never beats the Penguins. They did in the second round. This team never wins Game 7s, particularly on the road. They did in the Eastern Conference Finals. And this team never won the Stanley Cup. And after losing Game 1, they just dominated. They dominated this series. The Capitals deserved it. And Vegas, I mean, I tell you, it was a great story. Amazing. Expansion team going to Stanley Cup final. And the only people who are happier right now than the Washington Capitals winning the Stanley Cup are the Vegas bookmakers, who don't have to pay out those 500-1 bets. No. Stu Feiner talks about killing the bookmaker. I tell you, you would have seen a lot of dead bookmakers on the ground from heart attacks if the Golden Knights actually had won this thing. But you gotta be happy for Washington. Their fans truly deserve this. The Capitals deserve this, and nobody deserved it more than Alex Ovechkin, who people might disagree with me, but I think he is going. When his career is over, people will remember him as the best European player of all time. I think he's going to make a serious run at Wayne Gretzky's record. He's already got 600 goals. He's only 33. If he plays another 5 years, 5, 6, 7 years, if he plays to 40, I have no doubt he can make a serious run at Gretzky's record. This guy could be the first to score 900 career goals. I mean, you might say Nicholas Lidstrom was a better player overall if you like defensemen. But to me, I'm just always been impressed by scorers. And maybe if you want to just cut it down to best European forward, best European defenseman, I would put Alex Ovechkin at the top of that list. Both the Mets and Yankees were off on Thursday ahead of the start of the Subway Series. My prediction for the Subway Series? Pain! All right. The Reds got a walk-off home run from Winker as they beat the Reds 7-5. The Dodgers beat the Pirates 8-7 with 2 home runs from Jock Peterson. Eddie Rosario continues his hot hitting as the Twins beat the White Sox 7-2. The Cardinals beat the Marlins 4-1. The Cubs edged the Phillies 4-3. It was the Tigers beating the Red Sox 7-2. The Blue Jays had a walk-off win in 10 innings against the Orioles 5-4. The Mariners beat the Rays 5-4. It was the Astros 5-2 winners over the Rangers, and the Athletics beat the Royals 4-1. Today's 3 stars are Alex Ovechkin for a terrific playoff run, winning the Conn Smythe as playoff MVP. Lars Eller, who had the game-winning goal for the Capitals, the cup-winning goal for the Capitals, if you will. And Miles Mikolas of the Cardinals, who had 7 innings, allowing 3 hits without an earned run and striking out 5. Today's birthday shout-out goes to a player who was a major letdown in the NBA, Bryant Big Country Reeves, who turns 45. He was the first pick by the Vancouver Grizzlies, and it was like his career with an expansion team mirrored the Vancouver Grizzlies' success, where both of them were quickly fizzled, with the Grizzlies moving not too many years to Memphis, as Big Country quickly faded in the NBA. And we take a look back to 1968, when Don Drysdale had 58 and 2/3 consecutive innings of scoreless baseball. That includes 6 straight shutouts. He broke the previous record held by Walter Johnson of 55 and 2/3 innings. There was a little controversy in this streak, though. So you gotta check out the sports article on this one. There was a game like 2 weeks before this, like May 31st. Very controversial how this streak continued on May 31st. So check out that story. And as always, go to Sports Encyclopedia where sports history lives. And it's Friday. Always, if you haven't listened this week, listen to Allow Me to Be Frank. iTunes, SoundCloud, Robbie Fox talking about Solo. My story again of how I got locked in Citi Field. What else are you going to listen to on a Friday afternoon? Good day.